You think their behavior is normal. You might even think it's caring. But what if it's a carefully designed trap to control you? There are seemingly innocent everyday habits that are actually powerful psychological manipulation tactics. Today, we're exposing 5 of them, used by everyone from partners to cult leaders. By the end of this, you'll never see these behaviors the same way again. Have you ever left a conversation feeling confused, drained, or even guilty, but couldn't figure out why? Or felt like you were constantly walking on eggshells around someone, always trying to please them, but never getting it right? That feeling isn't an accident. It's often the result of a sneaky psychological game, a type of mind control that doesn't use force, but uses your emotions and your trust to gain power over you. These tactics are tricky because they look normal. It's the subtle art of making someone doubt their own reality, turning kindness into a weapon, twisting love into obligation, from friendships and families to workplaces and cults. These methods are alarmingly common. They fly under the radar, slowly chipping away at your self esteem and your ability to think for yourself. The manipulator's goal? To gain control. And they do it so well. The victim often feels like it's their fault. But knowing what's going on is your best defense. Understanding these tactics is the first move and most important step to taking your power back. We are pulling back the curtain on 5 common habits that look innocent but are really tools for control. Once you spot them, you can start setting boundaries, trusting your gut, and protecting your peace. Habit number 1: overwhelming affection. Love bombing. First up, a habit that feels amazing but is incredibly deceptive. It's the intoxicating rush of attention, affection, and praise, also known as love bombing. At first, it feels like a fairy tale romance or a super supportive friendship or an emotional connection. They text nonstop, shower you with gifts, make you feel seen and understood like never before. It's addictive. You might think, wow, this person really cares. At work, it could be a boss piling on praise, hinting at a fast promotion. But here's a catch: love bombing isn't genuine, it's a calculated move to make you dependent on them. They create a euphoric golden period, so you'll do anything to get that feeling back. Here's an example. You start dating someone. 3 weeks in, it's a whirlwind. They cancel plans with friends, talk about the future. You feel like you hit the jackpot. Then one day, you do something small they don't like. Suddenly, the loving texts stop. They become distant, cold. You panic. You apologize, cancel plans, do whatever it takes to bring back that initial rush. The love was never a gift, it was a loan with very high interest. Habit 2: criticism disguised as a joke. The innocent front makes it damaging. On the surface, it's teasing, playful, sarcastic, but when you get upset, they flip it on you, making you seem overly sensitive. The real goal? To chip away at your self esteem while always having an excuse. Each joke is a cut, a microaggression that makes you feel smaller. You start second guessing yourself. Maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe it was just a joke. Over time, you internalize their story and start looking to them for approval. Example: you're at a dinner party, share an opinion, and your partner says, "It's a miracle she can even form a sentence." With a smile, everyone laughs awkwardly. When you bring it up later, they say, "It was a joke." You need to lighten up. Suddenly, the problem isn't what they said, it's how you reacted. Habit 3: denying reality. Gaslighting. It seems harmless at first, just a disagreement, a different memory. They might seem calm, logical, even concerned. They'll say, "That didn't happen. You're remembering wrong. I never said that. You must be imagining things." The goal? To destroy your trust in your own mind, make you dependent on them for reality. Here's an example. You remember a promise clearly, but they deny it. You begin doubting yourself, and this repeats over and over. Your confidence shrinks. You apologize for things you didn't do. Habit 4 is punishing with silence. Targets one of our deepest fears: abandonment. The innocent version is needing space. They might say, "I just can't talk right now," or "just stop answering your calls or your texts." But in reality, it's a passive aggressive weapon. Being ignored triggers the same brain regions as physical pain. The manipulator uses that pain to control you. Here's another example. You have a disagreement. Your friend goes silent. Days pass. You feel anxious, desperate. Finally, you apologize. They respond warmly as if nothing happened. What really happened? You were punished into backing down. Habit number 5, weaponizing your conscience. Guilt tripping. They use your empathy against you. The innocent disguise, expressing hurt feelings, reminding you of responsibilities. But the manipulation is clear. Make you feel selfish or ungrateful so you comply. You can't visit for a minor holiday. Parent says, that's okay, I'll just be here alone, but don't you worry about me. You feel guilty, change your plans, and the manipulator gets what they want. These 5 habits, love bombing, criticism as humor, gaslighting, the silent treatment, and guilt tripping, all disguise control as normal caring behavior. Recognizing them is your first and most powerful line of defense. Let me ask you, what other seemingly innocent habits have you realized are actually forms of manipulation? Share your story in the comments. Your experience could help someone else. And if this video helped you, like and subscribe for more content to protect your peace and take back your power. A manipulator wants you to doubt yourself so they can impose their reality, but understanding their playbook takes away their power. Trust your gut, set your boundaries, protect your mind. You are not responsible for their insecurities. You are not too sensitive, you are not crazy, and you are not selfish for saying no. Stay aware, trust your reality, reclaim your mind.